ॐ श्री गणेशाय नमः। ॐ श्री सरस्वत्यै नमः। ॐ श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। ॐ नमो नारायणाय। 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 ॐ ऋतगं सत्यं परं ब्रह्म पुरुषं कृष्णपिङ्गलम् ऊर्ध्वरेतं विरूपाक्षं विश्वरूपाय वै नमो नमः। ॐ नारायणाय विद्महे वासुदेवाय धीमहि तन्नो विष्णुः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। ॐ श्री सद्गुरुभ्यो नमः। ॐ ध्यायामि चिन्मयानन्दं गुरुदेवं महामतिं प्रेमपूर्णं क्रियाशीलं सदा लोकहिते रतं कृपालुं सुन्दराकारं समर्थं सत्यदर्शिनं वाचा तत्त्वप्रकाशिन्या शोकमोहविनाशिनम्। ॐ श्री चिन्मय सद्गुरवे नमः। हरि ओम, सुप्रभातम। ॐ शुक्लांबरधरं विष्णुं शशिवर्णं चतुर्भुजं प्रसन्नवदनं ध्यायेत् सर्वविघ्नोपशान्तये। यस्य द्विरदवक्त्राद्याः पारिषद्याः परश्शतं विघ्नं निघ्नन्ति सततं विश्वक्सेनं तमाश्रये। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। सच्चिदानन्दरूपाय कृष्णाय क्लिष्टकारिणे नमो वेदान्तवेद्याय गुरवे बुद्धिसाक्षिणे। तस्य लोकप्रधानस्य जगन्नाथस्य भूपते विष्णोर्नामसहस्रं मे शृणु पापभयापहम्। यानि नामानि गौणानि विख्यातानि महात्मनः ऋषिभिः परिगीतानि तानि वक्ष्यामि भूतये। ऋषिभिः परिगीतानि तानि वक्ष्यामि. For what? Bhutaye, prosperity. We saw this. Now the next 2 or 3 shlokas, they deal with what exactly is about the Sahasranama. It is the preliminary to the Anganyasa Karanyasa which will follow. The Anganyasa Karanyasa is a prayoga. They call it as prayoga. And before prayoga, it is like one introduction they give. And these shlokas indicate what should be the prayoga. And whenever this is done, the Rishi, the Muni, Rishi and Muni, one and the same, Muni, Chandas and Devata are first indicated. Now in this shloka which we saw briefly yesterday, Rishihi or Munihi is a very important word that we need to understand. One may wonder, who is that Rishi? Somebody keeps writing something, why should I follow? Why should I chant? Why should I take any interest in that? So here Rishihi or Munihi indicates the one who is very well versed and very much in tune with the Supreme, or rather the one who has even realized the Supreme. Rishyati janati iti rishihi. Rishati rather. Rishati janati iti rishihi. Rishati means what? The root rish means to know. And Rishati, the one who has gained the knowledge of such a person is called Rishihi. And Munihi is another very important word which indicates Maunat Munihi. Maunat Munihi meaning what? The one who is very quiet from within. From within he is quiet. Maunat Munihi. Right? And he is also called Mananashilaha. Munihi Mananashilaha. The one who is extremely exalted in Manana. Manana means contemplation, reflection. Therefore, with his Mauna, with reference to anything and everything other than the Supreme, he is Mauna. Meaning what? He has nothing to do with them. And by being Mauna, with reference to the external world, Mananashilaha, he is completely engrossed, involved. Rather, we may also in a manner of saying use the word indulged. We are all indulged in the external world, in whims and fancies of world because of Vishaya Sakti. Whereas Munihi is he has Asakti only with the Supreme, Atma Sakti, Brahma Sakti. This alone is his engagement. Therefore, he is Mauna and he is completely involved in, completely engrossed, is drowned, we may say, in our way of expression. In what? In being in tune with the Supreme. And he has already known the Supreme, therefore Rishihi. Alright. And such a great Mahatma, therefore he is called as what? Mahamunihi here. Mahamunihi, he is extremely, he has already reached. Therefore he is called Mahamunihi. And who is he? Vedavyasaha. Namnam sahasrasya Mahamunihi Rishihi Vedavyasaha. And what is the Chandas? Anushtup Chandas we saw yesterday. Tatha Devaha Bhagavan Devaki Sutaha, referring to Sri Krishna, the avatara of Mahavishnu, Sri Krishna. Why Sri Krishna's name is used? Why not Rama? Rama is also an avatara, isn't it? Matsya, Kurma, Varaha ityadi avataraha. Why only Devaki Nandana is used? Because he is pratyaksha present there. He was very, very much there in front. Therefore, to even prostrate at the feet of Bhagavan, who is pratyaksha present there, his name is used. Devaki Nandanaha. Devaki Sutaha. Amritam Shudbhavo Bijam Shaktihi Devaki Nandanaha. Here, you will find there is a list of things which are mentioned. I will also present the list there. Bijam, the seed, is Amritamshu Udbhavaha. Yesterday we saw. Shaktihi, the very power is Devaki Nandana. Hridayam Trisama Tasya Shantyarthe Viniyujyate. For gaining that supreme joy, supreme peace, bliss, we take this up. And then the next shloka, the last before the Anganyasa Karanyasa. Vishnum Jishnum Mahavishnum Prabhavishnum Maheshwaram Aneka Rupa Daityantam Namami Purushottamam. Vishnum Jishnum Mahavishnum Prabhavishnum Maheshwaram Aneka Rupa Daityantam Namami Purushottamam. This shloka basically is a namaskara shloka which says Tam Purushottamam Aham Namami. To that Purushottama I salute. Who is that Purushottama? Vishnuhu, Veveshti iti Vishnuhu, the one who is all pervading, who is everywhere. Jishnum here refers to Vishnu being the victorious person. He is very victorious. So indicate these are all what? Certain qualities for our mind to accept. Because our mind is so much engaged, we don't even recognize one Bhagavan. I'll give you a very small example. It might look very, very small for you. But the point is, in our house, we have one, you call it as God's area. God's corner, because we have cornered him already in our house. God's corner, we say. In case by mistake we perform any puja early morning after taking bath, in case we have time, in case we remember, then we go near that place and probably maybe if some kind of custom and tradition remain in us, one tilaka, and then do a namaskara, and then over 5 minutes maximum over. If there is a habit, I'm sorry to use the word because that is how it is. If in case by mistake I have a habit of uttering one or two shlokas with mind involved or without mind involved, mindlessly, then you may chant some shloka also and then come out. Once you are finished with that routine, I am making these statements very clear because it is only to indicate how much we actually feel the presence of Bhagavan there is highly questionable. Think. Is it not? However, because of the force of habit, enforced by our elders probably, think. I am using very strong statements because this is the way it is happening. Exception sustained always. All right. And after that, even though you may be walking around in the same room 123,000 times a day, the mind fails to recognize the presence of Bhagavan in that corner because it is involved in all and sundry other than Bhagavan. Therefore, the mind does not even recognize the presence there. In very many houses, the hall will be there, and in the hall itself there will be one small room. We have to only call it room. It is only a small enclosure for Bhagavan. It is there in the hall. In the hall we have our TV. In the hall we have everything, other things. We recognize everything, but only at the time of Namaskara we recognize the presence of Bhagavan there. How many of us again and again look at Bhagavan and say, how are you? Do we think? Therefore, recognizing the presence of Bhagavan is such a great, activity in our life. But when Rishis, Munis, for them, they don't even recognize the world. We don't even recognize God. What a pity. Mahavishnum, the one who is pervasive everywhere. Vishnu was given, again Mahavishnu. It is an indication of the same thing. But it is only to reiterate what? That he is Sarvavyapi. Prabhavishnum Prakarshena Bhavati. Meaning he is completely there. Maheshwaram, Mahaishwaram. Ishwaram itself is Lord. Mahaishwaram, the Lord of Lords. Again to say Lord of Lords also, it is in a manner of saying. Otherwise, Lord is only one. Ekameva Advitiyam Brahma. And because our mind cannot understand that Ekameva Advitiyam, so many forms are available. And what is he known to be? Aneka Rupa Daitya Antam. The one who has destroyed, the one who has killed, the one who has negated. What? Aneka Rupa Daityantam. Aneka Rupa Daitya. Daitya meaning what? Rakshasas. Now Rakshasas need not be anywhere outside. Multiplied by multifold, they are available in us only in our mind, as expressing itself as all negativities with us. How many we have? We are ready to count Bhagavan, but our Rakshasas inside are countless. Therefore, Acharya says, Aneka Rupa. In different forms, all the negative qualities are in us. Therefore, he says, Aneka Rupa Daitya Antam. He kills many negativities by what? When we chant the name of the Lord, all the negativities take a back seat. In our case, it is there in the back seat. Though he says Antam. But in our case, our chanting, if it is really with heart, need not be by heart, but it should be with heart. When we chant, all the negativities he will kill. Name bhaktah pranashyati. Think. Daityantam tam purushottamam aham namami. I salute. Now comes the Anganyasa Karanyasa. Now I will chant the mantra and then I will explain. Purvanyasaha is only a indication. Normally Purvanyasa iti we don't chant. Asya Shri Vishnor Divya Sahasranama Stotra Mahamantrasya Shri Vedavyaso Bhagavan Rishihi Anushtup Chandaha Shri Mahavishnu Paramatma Srimannarayano Devata Amritam Shudbhavo Bhanuriti Bijam Devaki Nandana Srashteti Shaktihi Udbhavah Kshobhano Deva Iti Paramo Mantraha Shankhabrannandaki Chakriti Kilakam Sharngadhanva Gadadhara Ityastram Rathangapani Rakshobhya Iti Netram Trisama Samagas Samiti Kavacham Anandam Parabrahmeti Yonihi Ritus Sudarshanah Kala Iti Digbandha Shri Vishwarupa Iti Dhyanam Shri Mahavishnu Prityarthe Sahasranama Parayana Jape Viniyogaha. In some cases the Parayana word is not added, in some places it is added. The second time, as a practice, we are chanting 2 times. Asya Shri Vishnor Divya Sahasranama Stotra Mahamantrasya Shri Vedavyaso Bhagavan Rishihi Anushtup Chandaha Shri Mahavishnu Paramatma Srimannarayano Devata Amritam Shudbhavo Bhanuriti Bijam Devaki Nandana Srashteti Shaktihi Udbhavah Kshobhano Deva Iti Paramo Mantraha Shankhabrannandaki Chakriti Kilakam Sharngadhanva Gadadhara Ityastram Rathangapani Rakshobhya Iti Netram Trisama Samagas Samiti Kavacham Anandam Parabrahmeti Yonihi Ritus Sudarshanah Kala Iti Digbandha Shri Vishwarupa Iti Dhyanam Shri Mahavishnu Prityarthe Sahasranama Parayana Jape Viniyogaha. 2 things. As I said, this word Parayana is used in some sections don't use it. This is first point. Second point, while we taught the chanting, we had not used this Parayanam. So here I have used. So you may choose to use or not use. Alright. Now, Anganyasa, Karanyasa are a wonderful step in the Vidhanam. When I say wonderful step, it is very important also because symbolically it brings in a great amount of attention. It brings a great amount of feeling. After all these are feelings. Stotra, bhajana, all are, to feel the presence of the Lord. So here what we actually do in Anganyasa, Karanyasa is, we touch the various parts of the body while chanting each nyasa and thereby place. That is a word we may use in English. We place that particular devata in those particular parts of the body, and once that body is filled with the devata, the feeling is also very positive. It is pro-positivity. When it is pro-positivity, it also helps in negating or not entertaining negative thoughts. See, even until we start all this, we may have so many other thinking which may happen, but once this is done symbolically, of course, we need to understand also. Otherwise, mechanically, blah, 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 like how people chant in 7 minutes or 4 minutes or 8 minutes. If you go on chanting, karmave iti. Yo, my karma I have to do. Like that when we chant, then nothing matters. Even Bhagavan doesn't matter, in fact, in many cases. That is a truth. In when very mechanical chanting, yantrika parayana, they say. In that, nothing matters. Why? Bhagavan is also not really given much importance. In fact, while chanting, so many other activities also we do. Watching TV also people chant. So irresponsible, so immature. Please don't do that. You don't have to chant. If you are interested in TV, in some video games or some TV serial, I mean anything for that matter, cooking, etc., etc., there are two ways of looking at it. One way is, when the mind thinks of Bhagavan even while doing all other activities, it is kind of acceptable. But it is not so. While we are thinking of Bhagavan, we think of other things. But while we are thinking of other things, we don't think of Bhagavan. Think. While sitting for puja, mobile is important. TV serial, the TV should be rightly placed so that even when I am with Bhagavan in the puja room, TV serial I should know. Such people are also there. The idea here is, remember Bhagavan and Bhagavan alone all the time. Yes, smarana matrena janma samsara bandhanat vimuchyate. And what is the smarana? Sada sarvada. Think. This Anganyasa Karanyasa is when we place meaning what? Symbolically. When we place that Bhagavan there, the whole body is filled with positive energy of Bhagavan himself. And with that attitude, with that feeling, when I chant the Sahasranama, definitely it will have its best results. Therefore, these are very, very important, and when it is done with integrity, Sharira Mana Buddhi, Aikyam meaning what? I bring all of them together and channelize them towards this chanting. Right? Parayane Viniyogaha. And here, in this Anganyasa Karanyasa, Prayoga is done. What are the prayogas? Rishihi, Chandas, Devata, Bijam, Shaktihi, Kilakam, Astram, Netram, Kavacham, Yonihi. This much are indicated in Anganyasa Karanyasa. We will go one by one. And what is the, we may say mudra, or we may say where we have to place our hand, and which devata is being placed is indicated. Asya Shri Vishnor Divya Sahasranama Stotra Mahamantrasya is chanted with folded hands. Why folded hands? No sthanam is indicated. Therefore, fold. Whenever there is no sthanam, one more place we will have that situation where there is no sthanam mentioned. Therefore, we fold the hand. Shri Vedavyaso Bhagavan Rishihi. And when we place the hand, these two fingers are not to be used. Thumb and little finger are not to be used. Shri Vedavyaso Bhagavan Rishihi. Anushtup Chandaha. Chandas is the words, the meter. When that is said, we should neither touch the nose nor we should touch the lip. The practice, the tradition is, with the three fingers we touch the place between the nose and the lip, this spot. Anushtup Chandaha. Alright. Shri Mahavishnu Paramatma Shriman Narayano Devata. At that time, both the hands touch the center portion of the chest. Alright. Shri Mahavishnu Paramatma Shriman Narayano Devata. If you remember right from the beginning, you may touch while we are chanting the whole line. Otherwise, at the end of it, at least we may touch. Why do I say this? Because what we are supposed to do is at the end of every sentence. When it is at the end of every sentence, sometimes we don't remember what to do. So you should not touch wrongly. Therefore, chant and then remember and then touch. Otherwise, in the full line we may do so. Devata Amritam Shudbhavo Bhanuriti Bijam. At that time, the hand is touched in the right side chest. Our right side. Bhanuriti Bijam Devaki Nandana Shrashteti Shaktihi. One very interesting commentator said, Shakti is in the heart. Why? Only if the heart functions, there is Shakti. Therefore, Shakti. What is that? Devaki Nandana Srashteti Shakti. Again, here I said, there is no sthanam indicated. Therefore, Udbhavaha Kshobhano Deva iti Paramo Mantraha. Udbhavaha, I have given one comma to indicate that Visarga has to be chanted fully when it is followed by Ksha. That is the indication. Udbhavaha Kshobhano Deva iti Paramo Mantraha. Again, touching the middle. Shankhabrannandaki Chakriti Lakam. Then the next one is on the Astram. Astram is to be indicated by tapping the hand. Some people tap with 2 fingers, some people tap with 3 fingers. Both are acceptable. Again, the attitude is important. Sharngadanva Gadadhara Ityastram. One sound. You don't tap only to make a big sound. It is symbolic. Therefore, Sharngadanva Gadadhara Ityastram. Tap like that. Rathangapani Rakshobhya iti Netram. When this point comes, especially people who are wearing spectacle, must remove the spectacle. Right? Remove the spectacle. And with these 3 fingers, again, separated, the index finger, the right eye, the ring finger, left eye, and the middle finger should touch this particular point where Jnana Chakshu is supposed to be. How much it works with us, I don't know. But that is a place where Jnana is there. Therefore, what do we chant? Rathangapani Rakshobhya iti Netram. And don't keep on keeping it there. Just touch and remove. Alright. Trisama Samagas Sameti Kavacham. Kavacham is that which protects. Therefore, the right hand should be outside, left should be inside. Trisama Samagas Sameti Kavacham. Some people do like this, some people do like this, some people do like this. Whichever way is your practice you may do, but generally it should be done. Sameti Kavacham. Kavacham has to cover the whole place. So this way we cover our chest area. Anandam Parabrahmeti Yonihi. Yonihi means the source. The source means the true source. That is why the source of an individual is his mother's womb. But when the child is taken out, they cut the navel cord. It is said that is the source. Therefore, Yonihi, when we chant, the 3 fingers must touch our navel. Alright. Anandam Parabrahmeti Yonihi. Rituhu Sudarshana Kala iti Digbandha. Dik means what? Various directions. Therefore, Ritu Sudarshana Kala iti Digbandha. There are 2-3 ways of doing. Some people do like this. Some people do with index finger protruding, they do. Digbandha. Why is this done? This is a beautiful step where we order all evil forces, beware. I am taking the name of the Lord. You dare not come anywhere near me. Therefore, it is a Digbandha. And after the chanting is done, the Digvimoksha also has to be done. Remember. Okay. Now we studied during our courses, we did Ganapati Saptaha, Ganesha Saptaha, etc. We taught how the puja vidhanam is done. And then there, Digbandha, Om Bhur Bhuva Suvaha iti. And then Digvimoksha, Om Bhur Bhuva Suvarom iti. Digvimoksha, opposite direction. Okay. Similarly here, Ritus Sudarshana Kala iti Digbandha Shri Vishwarupa iti Dhyanam. During dhyana, no other action is permitted. Therefore, close both the eyes, fold Shri Vishwarupa iti Dhyanam. I contemplate upon the Vishwarupa of Bhagavan Shri Vishnu. And then we say, we indicate. What do they indicate? We inform. Inform whom? Why should we inform? One is, the Bhakta informs Bhagavan, Bhagavan, I am now taking your name. Please bless me so that I am able to take your name with all the required bhavana, and may I not be disturbed by any evil forces, and in case I make mistakes, please forgive me like a mother would forgive her child. You know, bhavana is extremely important. Otherwise, even if you are, inadvertently you make mistake a little, Bhagavan will overrule. Bhagavan will not even know that you made a mistake. Why? He is not looking much upon the words, but he looks upon the heart. Therefore, Mahavishnu Prityarthe. Look at the beautiful word there. It is not my love towards Bhagavan. It is anyway there. But it is said, this is for praying to Bhagavan for him to love me, for him to care and oversee all these smaller aspects of life and accept my pure and deep love towards him. Therefore, Shri Mahavishnu Prityarthe. It is not for me to make him feel happy and elated. That is not the point. The point is, Bhagavan should accept me. Therefore, this is there in very many cases. Very interesting example. When we were with Param Puja Gurudev in Siddhabari is in Himachal Pradesh. We were there for a small segment of time. We were with Param Puja Gurudev and he taught us the complete Viveka Chudamani, the brahmacharis of that time. At that time, one person said, Swamiji, I have attended all your camps. I have attended all your Gita, Jnana, Yajna, all the 18 chapters I have completed. I have gone through all the 18 chapters, Swamiji. So Gurudev said, my dear, you have gone through the Gita, but has Gita gone through you? Similarly, we may have love towards Bhagavan, but have we behaved in such a fashion that Bhagavan also loves me? Therefore, here is an indication and prayer. Hey Bhagavan, Mahavishnu Prityarthe Sahasranama Parayana Jape Viniyogaha. I am taking up this for the love of Bhagavan. Then, now in very many cases, these are all not taken up in general chanting process. These are not done. But I didn't want to leave it away. So, Just a mention. I am not going very deep into it, just a mention. What we saw until now is Anganyasa. Now this is called Karanyasa. Kara means hands. Vishvam Vishnurvashatkarayiti Angushtabhyam Namaha. Angushta is thumb. So what we do, with the tip of the index finger, we take the index finger to the bottom of this thumb, and while chanting, we move the index finger to the tip of the finger. Now this will happen in all the fingers, only the finger will change. That I have anyway indicated. Vishvam Vishnurvashatkarayiti Angushtabhyam Namaha. When you say Namaha, it should reach the tip. That is the way people are doing. Idea is, my mind should be Yena Kena Prakarena Manah Krishne Niveshayet. This is the thought. While doing this, when we keep doing something, because of our habit, what is our habit? Our habit is we are never there where we are. So while doing this, at least let the mind be present. This could be one among the many reasons all these practices are given. Alright. Vishvam Vishnurvashatkarayiti Angushtabhyam Namaha. And then all the other four fingers, we use the thumb. Amritam Shudbhavo Bhanuriti Tarjanibhyam Namaha. Brahmanyo Brahmakrit Brahma iti Madhyamabhyam Namaha. Suvarna Bindurakshobhya iti Anamikabhyam Namaha. Nimisho Nimishasragviti Kanishtikabhyam Namaha. Now here one more you may call it as information, just for information. Here we have taken, if you see all this, it is the shlokas which are there in the Sahasranama, the beginning of the shlokas. Vishnam Vishnurvashatkaro Bhuta Bhavya Bhavat Prabhu. Is it not? There are some people who chant the whole line and say Iti Angushtabhyam Namaha, both are accepted. And one commentator says it is better that way. However, in the practice, in Samashti practice, this is how it is done. Therefore, you may take whatever you want. In fact, these are very many times during the chanting, these are all not taken. But traditionally, in some places, these are chanted. So, just an indicator, that's all. Alright. Suvarna Bindurakshobhyaiti Anamikabhyam Namaha. Nimisho Nimishasragviti Kanishtikabhyam Namaha. Now, all the five fingers are over. Then what? Now where do I touch? It says Rathangapani Rakshobhyaiti Karatala Karaprishtabhyam Namaha. Karatala Prishtabhyam Namaha. Karaprishtabhyam Namaha, where the palm is rubbed front and back. This is the procedure. Rathangapani Rakshobhyaiti Karatala Karaprishtabhyam Namaha. Some people do this way, some people do this way. You know, these are all certain way. But this is the right procedure. Alright. Ultimately, that rubbing should be proper. You should not do somewhere like that. That is the idea. That we won't do anyway. Suvrata Sumukha Sukshma iti Jnanaya Hridayaya Namaha. Sahasramurdha Vishwatma iti Aishwaryaya Shirase Swaha. Shiras means head. Shirase Swaha. Sahasrarchis Saptajihva Saptaidha Saptavahana iti Shikhayaiva Shat. Shikha means this person. You know Shikha. Tuft. They call tuft. In translation, they call tuft. Juttu we say, isn't it? The three fingers must touch there. Sahasrarchis sapta jihva saptaidha saptava. I have given one full, just one sample should be there, therefore I have given full line. Saptavahana iti shikhayaiva shat. Trisama samaga sameti balaya kavachaya hum. Rathangapani rakshobhya sarva praharanayudha iti tejase netratraya vaushat. Netatraya, 1, 2 and this 3. Jnanachakshu. Netratraya vaushat. Sharngadhanva gadadhara iti Viryaya astraya phat. Don't show too much of virya, then the hand will pain. Indication. Alright. Symbolic. Ritus sudarshana kala iti bhurbhuva suvaromiti digbandhaha. Whenever we do digbandhaha, it should move in clockwise direction. And digvimokshaha should be anti-clockwise direction. Remember this. Alright. Now, this is the order which is indicated in one of the textbooks. First is Purva Shloka, Shuklambaradharam Vishnum, etc., etc. And then comes Anganyasa Karanyasa. And after that, Dhyana Shloka, which we will see after this. Then, Panchopachara Puja, that I will indicate now. Oh, my time is over. We will take it up tomorrow. It's a very small portion, and then we will see the Dhyana Shloka also tomorrow. So in this series, we are completing all this, and August 1st onwards, straight away we will take up Sahasranama. Alright, I have overshot by 1.5 2 minutes. It's okay. We will meet tomorrow, and I will talk about this also. Alright. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om.